What's going on, ladies and gents? I had a sparring session 2 days ago with my buddy at my gym. A lot of wrestling, a lot of wall stuff, and I haven't looked at the footage yet, but yeah, it was new for me. I don't usually go to the wall, personally. I mean, I'm not a UFC fighter, martial arts fighter, what is it? Yeah, mixed martial arts fighter. Yeah, I like pure just grappling. That's what I like to do. But yeah, I just want to review it because it was just a really fun role. So let's just get into it, eh? We'll give this bad boy here a click. 3, 2, 1, click. Cool. So we already started. We started outside of the frame, and I gradually brought him back in, doing a bit of arm fighting here. I think we're almost getting into a tie-up. So yeah, my buddy here, he's a really talented individual. 7 to 8 years of judo, black belt. He's a fighter as well. So let's see what's going on here. He's got some arm grips, yep. Pummeling in for some underhooks. Now we're in a collar tie. Tried to rip it off for a 2-on-1, wasn't successful, and then we just reset. Yeah, so I live in Japan, land of the rising sun. More like land of just sun, because it's blistering hot. But okay, here we go. Onto the wall. Okay, he's got, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Maybe we should just pause that. Alright, so I've got his leg trapped, and he's got like a bicep and a grip on my arm. I guess that's to stop me from getting a grip on that leg of his. And then I've got like a far, I think I'm trying to reach for his far hip. Maybe even transition to a body lock. I think that's what I'm going in for a body. Now right here, it looks like he could just take me. He could just pick me on right now, but I'm assuming that he doesn't. Okay, I kind of defend, switched my hips, but not in a good position. So, my back against the wall. Yeah, and I'm like, alright, it's your turn. You're on the wall, but he still goes through it. Goes through Uchimata. I'm kind of trying to do my own thing here as well, but I don't really know how to take him down on the wall. Like I said, this is uncharted territory for me. And just wrestling in general. I'm more of a jiu-jitsu, no-gi guy, and I do need to work on my wrestling. Going for a double, no, it didn't work. He gets the underhook, overhook, and going for the underhook. So I'm trying to do it Uchimata, but at the same time, there's a big wall in the way. It's like, what's going to happen if I try and throw him there? Nothing. Pummeling in. Yeah, reset. Yeah. So like I said, my buddy's super talented. And he's just going easy on me here. Oh, got a 2-on-1. Yep, I remember this. I remember getting a 2-on-1. So I remember getting it, and I felt him posting on me. I felt the post. And usually when they post, in this scenario, what I like to do is I throw that arm up. I lob it up, and as I do that, I drop. It kind of looks like a snatch. How do people do snatches? They get on their chest, and then their legs, bam, one leg forward, one leg out, and they do that for a snatch. I kind of do the same. In this position, I lift it up, and then I change levels for a shot. And if I can get it good, it goes good, because there's a lot of visual information. It's like this person's having their own arm cross their field of vision, and then as it crosses, it's like the guy's not there anymore. He's down, and he's already shooting the shot. So there's not a lot of time to react. But I felt, when I was sparring with my buddy here, I felt like, nah, I can't get it, and I wanna see why. Okay, so first of all, I noticed the grip's not really where I want it to be. You know, I've got one on his wrist, and then the other's on his elbow, but I kind of want it on like his bicep, you know, like a proper 2-on-1. So first of all, the grip's not there, so it's really hard to lob. And then boom. That downward pressure, like look at my posture here. That's going to be really, really hard to lob the arm up and then shoot for a shot. So the way I'm going to diagnose this problem here is that probably just the head positioning. You know, the way I was taught a 2-on-1 was, you know, you've got the arm and then your forehead kind of just like pushes into the side of their neck, like right here. That's the way I've been taught. I've been training with a lot of guys recently, and they kind of let their head just float into space, you know, and I think that's also a valid way of doing it. But if you think about it, like if someone's got their head here, okay, camera cut out for some reason. So anyway, if someone's got their head here, it's really hard to like, I mean, I guess you can come in like this and start posting, but it's a lot harder, right, when the head is right here, you know, and they're pushing this way, and I'm pretty sure you'll get a takedown from this. Okay, so I'm like, it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to do what I want to do. I'll just go for a shot, and then I go for another shot, which I don't think was even, you know, set up that well. I'm like, cool, I'll just surprise him with a shot. You know, I feel like when you're sparring or you're doing wrestling, it's like everyone's very tentative to just shoot the shot. You know, they want the perfect scenario, and then they'll go shoot for it. I can't speak for other people, but for me, I'm like, okay, if I ever go for that shot, it's like the floodgates are open now. It's like, okay, none of those fucking like pretenses of setting it up or whatever. I'm just gonna keep going for it. I go for the shot, and he sprawled on me, right? Sprawling, and he's sprawling in a circular motion, which I don't do, which is interesting. And he's got the cross face as well, so it's very gently put down. We're in a half guard situation, fighting for that arm. I'm trying to get like a Kimura. We'll go for an octopus. He's looking at the camera to check if he's still sexy. Yeah, there's Kimura. Yeah, I'm getting flattened out, just eating it. So I'm trying to get a Kosoto hook on the back leg, and then hoping I could work from there. So I can't really see what's going on here from this angle. All I know is I'm just eating it. Very close to getting guard passed. 30 seconds on the clock. Yeah, there it is. And then boom, north-south. I don't have a lot of escapes for north-south. Like nothing that I thought I would do that. So I kind of do like a seesaw. You know when you're on a seesaw, two people on a seesaw, one person jumps, the other one jumps, and then as people are jumping, the seesaw gradually starts to get more and more, you know, vicious. For my side, well, for my pin escapes in general, I do kind of a seesaw where I'll seesaw, try to swim for an underhook. Obviously I won't escape at that point, and then I'll seesaw to the other side, and it just rocks the boat, you know. But obviously I wasn't able to escape. I don't think I've ever escaped like in a way that I felt proud of myself from a north-south position. Okay, so I've kind of got an underhook yet, rock the boat. I tried to rock it the other way, but I got prevented, assuming from some sort of hook. Back into like a half guard, but I'm eating the cross face, like just, damn, getting a mouthful of it. I've already got the mouth guard in me. So I wanna look back on that a little bit more. Specifically, yeah, here. So I did get a single leg on him. Bam. So I did a little bit of a snap down, and then as his head moved up, I shot for a single. Not really shoot, it was more like a snatch for it. Got it. And there's that grip again. That bicep and that wrist control grip. You know, that's not letting me grab onto his leg. It's also not the defense that I use for a single. Usually, for me, I like to grab. So with his hand that's on the so the hand that's on the wrist, I'll grab onto the person's head, onto the top of their head. I'll be pressing that down. I will then thread through their arm that's grabbing onto my leg, their outside arm. It's grabbing onto my leg, and then I'll get like a kind of like a Kimura grip. And so once I have this grip, I can like push the head down, and it's really easy to free this leg. Sometimes I can get a guillotine if I'm lucky, and I'll start working from there. But I don't go for this grip here. You know, it's new to me and exciting, so I want to see what he does with it. He is trying to free that leg. You know, there's the resistance there. He's trying to free it. We're moving towards the wall. He's still got that grip. Should I sort that grip out in the future? How would I get rid of that grip on the tricep there? Okay, so things to review for next time. Number one is that grip there. I want to see what I can find on YouTube. I would also look at more wall game, you know, how to work with the wall, but it's not really an area that I'm too interested in at the moment. You know, I like, for some context, I'm very new to all of this, still a white belt, and if you know, wrestling if it had belts, I'd definitely be a white belt in wrestling too. Yeah, the thing is like at my stage, I feel like if I shotgun everything, you know, get good at this, get good at standing, get good at pulling guard, get good at defenses. If I shotgun it, I feel like I'm not really learning a whole lot. So I'm really trying to condense my learning to like a specific area or just one little thing. So that's why I don't really want to focus on wall techniques. And I feel like if I learnt more judo, more wrestling, it could translate to the wall. You know, I'd be able to figure it out in some way, but I definitely don't want to specialize it at the moment. But I'm going to wrap up this video. So a couple of things that I want to look into: that grip that he's playing with on that single leg double. This thing here, really interesting to me. Yeah, shooting shots as well. So when I've got that 2-on-1 and I'm getting countered like that, but I'm getting heavily, you know, pressured with that arm. Yeah, so I guess another thing in my own time is just getting a good 2-on-1, because it is really hard for me to, number one, get the grip, and then once I have that grip, maintaining it. It always slips out. Even if I get the wrist and that bicep grip that I'm looking for, it slips out some way. And then there's this new, not new, but also this added challenge of when they get the post on their head. So I might look at some more videos on getting the 2-on-1 and maintaining it, and then really look into that head positioning, because, you know, if the head positioning is right, theoretically, you shouldn't be able to get that post on me, you know? But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. Need to get some lunch, go do some squats today. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video of my wrestling improved.